everyone, this is Elise from Fueling the Chaos, and today I'm going to talk about how you can stay on plan while you're on vacation or you're going on a road trip. So while I'm not a master at this by any means whatsoever, I've been on 3 trips since starting Trim Healthy Mama, and one of them was a pretty extensive road trip. It was like a 22-hour road trip one way, and it was like a 25-hour road trip back. So we drove from Pennsylvania to Florida, and then Florida to Pennsylvania for like a little break, and then back to New York. So I feel like we've had a lot of experience with this, and I thought I would share some of the tips and some of the things that I found really helpful to make sure that we were able to mostly stay on plan while on vacation. So something I found really helpful with vacation was to plan ahead and make a list ahead of time of all the foods that I wanted to bring with us. So I created a big list in my notes on my phone, and I just listed out all the different fuels. So I did an E category, an S category, and a fuel pool category, and I listed foods in each of those categories. So what you have in each of those groups is going to depend on where you're going, how long you're traveling, and stuff like that. Because if you're going somewhere where you don't have access to a refrigerator or a big refrigerator at that, then you're obviously not going to pack a lot of perishable goods or stuff that needs refrigeration, just because that won't work for you. So every time that we went somewhere, we had access to a decent sized fridge. So what we did was we packed a cooler bag. We actually packed several cooler bags full of goodies, and particularly the perishable goods, so that way they stayed cold during the trip. So I made a list of everything that we would take with us, and I'll insert a video from one of our last trips and just kind of show you what we took with us and what our snacks for our vacation looks like. So we're getting ready to pack up for the beach, so I thought I'd share some of the food that I'm taking with us just to give you an idea of how we prep for trips and stuff like that. So I try to make sure that I have foods from every single fuel group. So the other night too, I also made a big batch of goodies to take with us. So I made oatmeal to-go cups, my Lazy PB cups, and Mrs. Criddle's Cowboy Cookie Protein Bites. So for fuel pools, I have 000 yogurt, I have light string cheese, and I have a cucumber that we can slice up. For E's, I have Mary's Gone crackers, which are super tasty, the oatmeal to-go cups, some baby carrots, and some Mandarin Oranges. And then for S, I have the Cowboy Cookie Protein Bites, the PB cups, and the dry roasted peanuts. So that way we have something in all the different fuel groups. So if we're on the road and we're hungry for something, we can kind of go with whatever, and it makes it very accommodating for the rest of the trip too. So we pack it in these little cooler bags that are easily accessible in our van, so that way we can eat. And since we do most of our traveling at night, we always make a pot of coffee to fill up our thermoses before we go too. So that's a nice thing to have. So one of the great things about taking your own food with you is knowing that you will have on-plan options available to you at any time that you need it. So another reason I like to pack goodies with me while we're on vacation or on a road trip is because it's really difficult to find E and fuel pool meals or snacks when you're out and about. So when you're out and about and you're going and stopping at a fast food restaurant or just a restaurant in general, it's generally pretty easy to find S options, but it can be a lot harder to find something that is on plan that's either an E or a fuel pool. So I like to have those options with me because I know if I overload the S's, I feel really heavy, and I know that I need carbs in my system. I usually try and do at least 1 meal a day. So that way, by taking E snacks with me, I knew that I had options available to me that would give me those healthy carbs, and I knew would not have any sugar in them. So that was really helpful, especially when we had jam-packed days, to know that I had something prepared and already ready to go whenever we were able to eat. Something else that really also helps planning wise, if you can figure out what restaurants are in the area that you're traveling to and look at online menus to figure out some different options that you have at each of these places. So if there's a restaurant that you usually go to when you're on vacation, you know you're going to be stopping there, then it would be a great idea to look at the menu ahead of time and know what options would be on plan or would be the best choice for you while you're eating. And all that being said, enjoy your vacation and just do your best with eating. I like to take unplanned meals with me because I don't generally feel well when I eat an off-plan meal, especially something that has sugar in it, and I don't want to be spending my vacation feeling pretty crummy. So I try and limit my off-plan snacks and meals, but I do still do them, and I don't feel guilty about it anymore because I know that I get a 3-hour reset and that I can be back on track. Now for me, I know that I don't have a problem with going back on plan after I have an off meal snack, but But if you're new to the plan, or you know that you personally struggle with try to go back on plan after eating something that's off plan, then you might want to reconsider that and carefully plan that to figure out what will work best for you in those kind of situations. But I found that I can enjoy a treat on vacation and not feel bad about it or guilty about it. So for instance, back in May, we went to Disney World, and I grew up going to Disney World, and one of the things that I loved to get when we went there was a Dole Whip. And since we didn't go there all the time, it was something that was really special when we went there. And this time around, I knew that I was going to get a Dole Whip. You know, I had packed meals for us for the parks, and I made the best choices that I could while we were in the parks, and I was pretty much on plan the entire time. But I knew going into the trip that this was going to be an off-plan treat that I was going to indulge in, because my whole family was going to be indulging in one. And I knew that it would be something that I would miss out on if I didn't. And you know what? This plan is all about food freedom, and I didn't feel like it would be food freedom if I denied one of my favorite treats that I get once every other year just because it has sugar in it. So I felt okay with that decision, and I actually am really happy that I made that decision, because I got to make great memories with my kids, enjoying Dole Whips as we ate them in Adventureland, and it's something that my 8-year-old still talks about to this day. So it's a special family tradition that we have, and I felt okay, again, just because it's not something we do all the time, and it's not something that I eat all the time, and I generally don't eat a whole lot of sugar anyway. And I knew I wasn't going to have a problem going back on plan after I ate that snack as well. And in 3 hours, I had a reset and I was back on plan, but I also got to enjoy that special tradition treat that we have as a family. So there you have it. I hope those tips helped you, and if you have any other tips that you would like to share with Trim Healthy Mamas going on vacations or road trips, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. See you in my next video. Bye.